Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVDA Analysis and Assessment. In my opinion, NVIDIA's future is still bullish, and in this video, I will give you my reasonings to support my claim. Reason number one, the capex spending. As we noted in yesterday earnings call from Google, they are raising the capex spending for 2025 from 75 billion to 85 billion. And also for 2026, their expectation is this capex spending should go further up. Let's take a look. So as you see here from the Yahoo Finance, so Google previously estimate was 75 billion for 2025 and they are raising to 85 billion for this year. The reason behind it, they mentioned the call is they're expecting the growing demand for the cloud services and also the current backlog that they need to support. And why this is good for Nvidia and other AI companies is because that will create more demand for AI chips. And also, I'm expecting the other tech companies, for example, Meta and Microsoft, should also be showing the strong demand for the AI chips. In my opinion, they should also be either flat in terms of the capex spending or they should be raising it further. We'll find out in the next week's earnings call from Microsoft and Meta. And the reason number two, the China business for NVIDIA chip might come back. As we noted in the last week or so, Jensen Huang visited China and he negotiated with the Chinese officials that they're working on the new H20 AI chip and that should support China's business. And Jensen Huang is positive that this should bring China's business back. Okay, but there is a risk here. Even if the business comes back from China, but Nvidia will not be able to support that much demand in next 1 or 2 quarters. Okay, so but overall, if you talk about the long term projections for Nvidia chip, this is positive for Nvidia because if China's business comes back even 50%, then probably that will boost Nvidia demand in the next few quarters as well. And the third reason for Nvidia's bullish outlook is the forward PE. Nvidia forward PE at this point is at 40.49, as you see here, slightly higher than the last week. So that tells that Nvidia still has more room to go further up because early this year or sometime last year we noticed that Nvidia touched the forward P of 50. So 50 forward P is still achievable for Nvidia if the overall market conditions are positive. And the number four reason for Nvidia's bullish outlook is the Fed rate cut that might happen in next few months. So as we see a push from President Trump on Mr. J. Powell, but the J. Powell is still resisting to do further rate cut anytime soon. In his opinion, the job market is still very strong and there is a tariff uncertainty that can cause more inflation. But in the last few weeks, we noted that more and more economists are of the view that the inflation should not be going further up. It might go up a little bit, not much. And also, the labor market is not as strong as we expected, right? We noticed that, the jobless claims started going up, and also companies are not hiring that much that we expected before. So, those 2 points should add pressure on Fed to think about doing the rate cut. So rate cut for sure is coming in next few months, but in the next meeting that's going to happen in next week, I'm not expecting a rate cut is coming. When I say the outlook is bullish, I do not mean that I'm talking about next week or so. I'm talking about in next few months, right? Maybe 1 quarter or 2 quarters. You would see more upward pressure on Nvidia. Yes, there could be some corrections on Nvidia in the short term, but that should not give a signal that Nvidia downtrend is back. Now, let me share with you my min max level for Nvidia that I just revised last week. So on your screen, you see min, average, and the maximum Nvidia stock price based on my assessment. The maximum stock price for Nvidia I raised to 181.83. Previously, my expectation was 175. The main driver for this price increase is the China business. So in my previous assessment, I reduced down my maximum price because I thought that that would impact about 15% of the Nvidia business. But since the expectation is the China business is coming, it might take a quarter or two, but still the enthusiasm or the optimism that can take Nvidia further high. So my max price at this point is 181.83, and that is good for until the next earnings. That probably sometime end of next month. So that's all about my assessment for Nvidia for today. So in last few days of week, I did some analysis for Nvidia. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.